Hi everyone, welcome to day 3. Today our theme is activate. So just keep that in mind throughout the rest of the practice. We are activating mostly our core, but really our whole entire body. So let's get into the habit of being aware of what our body feels like when we're fully activated. This is a great flow if you've maybe had a really stressful day, if you need to kind of leave your thoughts and your worries outside and focus on something completely for you, or if you just want to practice yoga. So we are going to actually begin today laying down. So we will plant our feet into the earth and scoot our bums just a little bit closer to our heels, and just make sure you have enough room to roll back down, bringing your back flush to the ground. And when you get here, you may want to just walk your heels up a step closer to your bums, but completely up to you. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. And we'll just inhale the hands all the way up, overhead, and send them all the way back. So a nice stretch in the upper body. From here, we'll interlace the fingertips and we'll just bring them to rest at the base of our head and our neck. So it's just cradling our head. You can extend your thumbs down on either side of your neck, and elbows are opened up nice and wide. From here, we'll heel toe our feet together so they're really together. And on an inhale, we'll lift the feet up, bringing them parallel to the ground, kind of our reverse tabletop here. Hug your abs in, navel draws up to meet the spine, and that should help bring your whole back flush to the ground. Great. From here, on our next inhale, we'll lift the head, the neck, and slightly lifting the chest. Kind of think of a crunch position. And we're holding steady here. Tuck the chin ever so slightly just to elongate the back of the neck. Abs should be nice and activated. Holding steady here for 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Beautiful. Now that we've got the hang of it, we're going to hold it for a little bit longer. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, tuck the chin just a little bit, and we'll lift it all up, holding steady. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release it all the way down. From here, we can just release the hands and wrap them around the feet, just making ourselves into a nice ball. You can move the hips side to side here. Just massage the low back. That feels good for you. When you're ready, you can release the hands. We'll extend the feet all the way up towards the sky. And in whatever way works for you, we'll start to gain a little momentum by lifting the hips up, maybe bending the knees. And we'll slowly start to rock all the way up to a seated position. And you can rock as many times as you want. It feels like a great massage for our spine. When we get to our seated position, we're going to dive straight through to our tabletop. Once we're in our tabletop, we'll check in with the alignment. Wrists are right directly under the shoulders, and our knees are directly under our hips. Great. From here, yogi's choice. We can press into the tops of the feet, or we can tuck the toes under. Completely up to you, whatever feels best for you. Pressing into the hands, pressing away from the mat. Make space between the ears and the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, release. Beautiful. On our next inhale, we're going to lift only the knees. So the knees are now hovering maybe just an inch above the mat, turning those abs on. Navel draws up to meet the spine. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees back down to the mat. If your toes are not tucked under, go ahead and tuck them under on your inhale. And on your exhale, we'll hinge the hips up and back to our downward facing dog. Keep that nice big bend in the knees if you need it. Pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Just finding what feels good, listening to your body. And another moment of stillness here, just one more breath in our down dog, so breathing in through the nose. And sending that breath down to the belly. And exhaling it all out through the mouth like a sigh. Great. On our next inhale, we'll slowly start to walk up the center line of our mat, making our way to the top. When we get to the top, our feet are inner hip distance apart. Nice big bend in the knees as we fold forward. Beautiful. From here, on our next inhale, we'll root to rise. So we're grounding down through all four corners of the feet, extending the hands out either side and bringing them up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. We're here in our nice strong Tadasana. And we'll take a second here to check in with the foundations of this pose. So if you want to just press pause on the video and hop onto your guidebook, this is today's asana of the day. In our Tadasana, our feet are inner hip distance apart. So when you think of hip distance, it's not that wide. Maybe heel toe the feet in just a little bit. Beautiful. From here, we're grounding down through all four corners of the feet. So we're pressing in to the big toe ball mounds, the pinky ball mounds, and the inside and outside of our heel. So we're placing our weight evenly throughout the entire foot. Great. From here, we'll draw up through the arches of our feet, which should activate all the way up to our pelvis. So nice and strong lower body in our mountain pose. Palms are facing forward. Roll the shoulders down the back. And we're stacking our head over heart and our heart over our pelvis. Relax the hands here. Nice and strong lower body. Activate the core. Turn it all on. And we'll slowly start to just twist side to side. Only the upper body, lower body is fully activated. Staying nice and strong. Maybe we swing our hands out either side nice and big. Just activating, moving up that stagnant energy. And we'll start to slow down our sways and come back to our full Tadasana. From here, palms are facing forward. Nice big spaces between the fingertips, lots of energy as we sweep the fingertips up and overhead with a deep breath in. Palms come together, exhale, fold forward, big bend in the knees. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthening the spine, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. From here, plant the palms and we'll step it back one foot followed by the other to our plank. Beautiful. Holding steady here in our plank. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll pick up the left foot, hug it up, knee to nose, turn that core on, and we'll step it up to the top of the mat. Come up onto the fingertips, and we'll lower down the right knee and keep the right toes tucked under. From here, we'll inhale and sweep both hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands together at heart. Beautiful. On our inhale, we'll check in with the foundation. So front knee over front ankle. And we're not dumping in that front hip, but pulling that left hip crease back. Hips are nice and square to the front of the mat. Exhale, we'll take a nice twist so that right elbow is going to hook on the outside of the left knee and press into the palms. Squeeze the thighs together, press into the toes of that right foot. One more breath in, and exhale, return to center. Inhale, we'll sweep the hands all the way up one more time, and exhale, send them down to frame the front foot. Pick up the back knee and send the left toes back to our plank. Navel draws up to meet the spine here, activating our core for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll step the right toes all the way up, hug it up, knee to nose, and plant it at the top of the mat. Come up onto the fingertips, lower the left knee, keeping the left toes tucked under. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, making sure our front knee is over our front ankle and we're not dumping in that front hip or knee and pulling it back. Hips are nice and square to the front. Exhale, we'll take a twist to the other side, so the left elbow hooks on the outside of the right knee. Press into the palms, try to get those palms back to heart center. One more breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the hands up and overhead. And exhale, send them down to frame the right foot. Pick up the back knee and step it back to our plank. Holding it here, 3. Navel draws up to meet the spine, 2. Last, 1. And exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pedal out the feet here if we need it. Stretching it out. And we're going to take that same practice just one step further. So here we go. On our next inhale, we'll reach the right toes up towards the sky. Exhale, draw that right knee all the way up, knee to nose, and plant it at the top of the mat. Come up onto the fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll lift up to our high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Making sure that our front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Hips are nice and square to the front of the room. Deep breath in. And exhale, we'll take a twist. So left elbow hooks on the outside of the right knee. Pressing the palms together. Squeezing those sides together. Last breath in. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. And exhale, send them down to frame the right foot. Step the right foot back, holding it steady in our plank. Activating our core, 2, 1, exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Just finding what feels good. And again on the other side. So on our next inhale, we'll sweep the left toes up towards the sky. Exhale, we'll draw that left foot through the center line of our mat and hug it up, knee to nose. Beautiful. Step it up at the top of the mat. Come up onto the fingertips. And inhale, lift all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come together at the heart. Squeezing the thighs together, not dumping in that front hip. Inhale, nice deep breath. And exhale, taking a twist. Right elbow hooks on the outside of the left knee. Pressing the palms together. Holding it here for one more breath in. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, sweep the hands up and overhead one last time. Exhale, send them down to frame the front foot. Step the left toes back. This is our last plank. Press away with your hands. Belly button draws up to meet the spine. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower the knees down to the mat. coming into our tabletop. From here, we'll walk our hands up just about one step ahead of where they were. Really press into that right knee as we step the left knee into the center of our mat. From here, we pick up the right knee and cross it all the way over to the left side and bring it up as close behind the left knee as possible. Swing both feet out to the side, and with your hands, just walk your hips all the way back to seated. So if this is uncomfortable, you can of course get a block or a pillow or a blanket or anything and place it underneath your hips to just raise the earth up to you, and you should still feel the stretch in your hip. Beautiful. So we're here in our Gomukhasana, cow face. Our knees are bent, and it's really important, just turn to face, you guys. Really important in yoga or any physical activity that when our knees are bent, we protect them. So nice, strong, flexed feet here. I don't know if you can have strong and flexed, but our feet are flexed here to protect our knee. And we're going to do the hands for Gomukhasana, which is a nice shoulder opening. So if you carry a lot of tension in your shoulders, this should feel really good. We have our left foot on top, so that means we're going to do our right hand first. So just relax your left hand, maybe place it on the right foot, maybe it gives your right foot a little massage. With our right hand, we'll inhale it all the way up and rotate so your palm is facing the back of the room. From here, we'll just place the palm in the center of our shoulder blades and bring this right elbow all the way up. So be mindful of if we're crunching down in our neck, and just bring it over to the side a bit. From here, the left hand is going to swing all the way behind and see if you can take a bind. And we want to feel the right elbow pulling all the way up and the left elbow pulling all the way down. If you can't bind, the right hand can just grab hold of the top of your shirt and the left grabs hold of the bottom and pull. Similarly, if you have a towel or a blanket or a strap, you can use that to help open up the shoulders and slowly in time be able to bind. And you may find that binding on that side is easier than possibly on the next side. So, one more breath here in our Gomukhasana, cow face pose. And while we're here with our arms bound behind us, just be mindful of if your low ribs are splitting out and just hug them in, pressing into the outer edges of our feet. One more inhale, and exhale, release the bind and shake out the hands. From here, we're going to get into the other side. This is a cool transition, but of course, if this doesn't work for you, we can always come back to the same way we got into this side through our tabletop. For the fun transition, our left foot is on top and it's going over to the right. So we're going to follow that left foot and swing all the way to the right. Roll on to the sole of the left foot, plant the palms, and pick up the hips. Pivot on that back foot. We're walking across the back of our mat and coming all the way down on the other side. Of course, if that is just way too confusing, we can come back to our tabletop, walk the right foot into the center, pick up the left leg, cross it over to the right, and bring it up as close behind the right as we can get it. Send both feet out either side, and with the hands, walk the hips all the way back. Beautiful. So once we're here, again, nice active feet to protect our knees. Sitting up nice and tall, leave the right hand on the left foot. Maybe it massages the sole of that left foot. And we'll inhale, lift the left arm all the way up. Rotate the palms so the front of your palm is backing you. And just place it in between the shoulder blades, being mindful of this left elbow reaching up towards the sky and not hurting our neck in any way. From here, we'll swing the right hand behind and take our bind. And again, just focusing on the feeling of the left elbow pulling up and the right elbow pulling down. And of course, you can use your shirt, your strap, your towel to help with the mobility of the shoulders to work towards a bind eventually. So we'll just close the eyes if that feels good for you. Hug those low ribs in. One more deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we'll release and shake out the arms. Great. Thank you guys so much for joining me for day 3, our Activate practice. I'll check in with you later. Feel free to repeat this practice at any point throughout your day. You can utilize any of the stretches or poses that we use if you have a little 5 minutes, a break at work, or maybe when you get home from work. These practices are here to help you, so please use them however works for you. You can also head over to the guidebook and answer the journal prompts, the gratitude prompts, read that daily affirmation, and remember that you are a rock star. I'll check in with you soon. Bye.